How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels, and welcome back to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Where last we left, we've just gotten to Briggs, so that's super exciting. We've met a whole bunch of new characters, one of which is the love of my life, another of which is a giant, unstoppable WWE monster. So, you know, we take our victories where we can get them. But there's exciting stuff on the horizon. I really like this new location. I really like these new characters. We are at the halfway point of the series, and it definitely feels like that. It feels like we've crossed over into like part 2 of Fullmetal Alchemist now. We're cooking. We're going as fast as we can, so let's keep it moving.
Brother!
You too, Tin Man.
Hey, hold on. We can't just...
You were forced to help.
Oh, not the Nazi gun. Danny, don't call it a Nazi gun. It's a Luger. Who am I offending? The gun?
Drive it into the elevator!
Oh, here we go. This isn't a bad plan. Oh, this is a horrible plan. He's so strong. This is such a Patrick Star-ass plan. Sir, the homunculus is tearing through all of our defenses. What should we do? I say we take Sloth and push him somewhere else.
Where am I?
And then I come in, right? And then I run in and I grab his arm and I just fucking toss him. So we're gonna use our tanks to push Sloth, and then Mike's gonna run in and he's gonna toss him. You don't like the plan? Like it? I love it. Really? Yeah, really? This plan sounds awesome.
All right, do it now! Nice!
I'm gonna ignore the fact that the third part of this plan was to have Al run in with a tank of kerosene and splash it all over Sloth. And then the fourth part of this plan was this guy yelling nice, because this sketch has gone on for way too long. But like, if this guy can just throw Sloth over his shoulder, why was he such a problem to begin with? Why didn't this guy just pick Sloth up and walk him out of the building if it was that easy?
Nice!
Not only was that the second nice of this episode, it was the most obnoxious nice I've ever heard. That's not the nice you give after defeating a rampaging monster. That's the nice you give your friend after he tells you he just banged a hot cheerleader.
And as it evaporates, it will sap his body heat. This blizzard will help too. It'll freeze him, right down to his brain.
Wow, real scary homunculus, guys. He just got splashed into submission. Really outdoing Envy here on the scarometer.
It's so cold. Restraints.
Good morning. Nice change.
Ugh, please don't remind me that Al can't sleep.
I heard you helped defend the fort from that monster.
Thank you.
That's 100 cents.
You're charging me for this?
God, the grind don't stop in Briggs. This place should be called Figs. This dude be making 6 figures off of that coffee. That joke was so weak, but would you be surprised if I told you it was like the best joke in a line of 5 weaker ones?
They're awake.
Thanks for yesterday.
Yeah, you saved our buddies' lives.
Careful, Ed. Don't accept the compliment. They may charge you for it.
I hate to tell you this, but the soldiers of Briggs won't let a serial killer roam around free. Here in the north, the law is survival of the fittest.
Quit saying this. In Briggs, it's survival of whoever doesn't get hit by a falling icicle. That has nothing to do with being fit.
You get careless and you get dead. Understand?
Oh boy, well I wouldn't want to get dead. You don't sound tough when you use improper grammar. Nothing is tougher than speaking properly.
Another Ishvalan. That's interesting.
People not recognizing that this guy's an Ishvalan immediately is the most Phineas and Ferb-ass logic. The show's over here making this guy look like Perry the Platypus every time someone doesn't recognize him with his glasses on.
Hello, Kimberly. And how are you recovering?
I swear to God, if this guy opens his eyes and it turns out he's an Ishvalan. Also, way to immediately send in a guy who disproves my Ishvalan theory. You find one non-Ishvalan, tan, white-haired man, and now all of a sudden I look like an asshole.
They do not. They use energy from the movement of the Earth's crust.
A great deal of energy is created, then released during earthquakes and volcanic eruptions.
They do what? 35 episodes into this series, and you're just now telling me that alchemists get their power from volcanoes or something? The fuck are you talking about, you crazy old man?
Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist.
Damn, the announcer really played favorites with that one. Fullmetal Alchemist. Oh, hey, Alphonse, hey, I didn't see you there. No worries, no worries at all. I just, I was just about to work on your title card. Here, I'll do it now. Fullmetal Alchemist. Yeah, it's nothing. I just want to give you something a little special.
Now then, we're safely away from any prying eyes. You can tell me everything without fearing discovery.
Lady, you're the prying eyes they're worried about. They don't trust you. It's not the guy bringing them coffee they're afraid of.
This tunnel here, I would like to know what you alchemists make of it.
Oh boy, can't wait to see Edward Tunnel Expert Elric at work here. I like how he was just right to work, no questions asked. Like, what do you mean, what do I make of this tunnel? It's pretty cool. You got a pretty cool tunnel here. Any further questions?
How is that possible? It looks like the transmutation circle from the 5th laboratory.
I'd love it if Ed was just like, I know, I can't make any sense of it. It's supposed to be a horse. I don't get it. I must have connected the dots wrong.
Once I asked Envy if the homunculi were planning to use this country to create a philosopher's stone.
Does anyone else notice that their cardinal directions are, like, absolutely fucked? Why are they so diagonal? North is like this way. What axis is this planet on?
Each incident was a coup d'etat or insurrection. Like in Lior, forces from Central would be sent in, and they would make everything worse.
Yeah, I mean, that's the government for you. Welcome to government, buddy. Happy to have you here.
So that means not only are they planning to use this country to do whatever it is they're doing, but they actually created it in the first place for that single purpose.
Oh, that's sick. That's wild. This conspiracy runs so deep. That's so crazy that this plan is so old, it spans the creation of this country.
I had thought about torturing them to get the information, but I am a woman after all. The thought of hurting those boys. Let's just say I couldn't stand it.
Oh, she's using her feminine wiles. How uncomfortable.
But General Armstrong, aren't you known as the Northern Wall of Briggs? Walls aren't so soft as that.
I like how this guy's just like, fuck it, torture him, who cares? The taxpayers are the ones paying for it, go nuts.
I hate to say, but like everybody else, I'm growing older. And my body is too.
Your body is not growing older. What are you talking? Take your clothes off, let me see what you mean.
Tell me, General, would you be interested in a legion of immortal soldiers?
Oh, she's so clever. That was such a great way to get him to talk about this. I like how the homunculi are just basically running an elaborate pyramid scheme. Like, Bradley's got all of these government people helping the homunculi under the assumption that they'll get to become immortal after. Dude, if I was immortal, you know what I would do? I would create amazing bonus content on my Patreon until the end of time. Imagine all of the sick content that's already on my Patreon forever. Oh my god, you don't know what I'm talking about. My guy, you gotta check out my Patreon. You gotta see my Blue Lock reactions, my Food Wars reactions. You gotta join my private Discord server. You can also check out all of my live streams that I've recorded in the past and will record in the future, all up there. You would literally be wasting your immortality not subscribing to my Patreon. If you want to be a cool immortal and not get left in the dust of time, make sure you check out my Patreon in the description below. It really helps out my page a ton. Thank you so much to all the people already subscribed to my Patreon. You guys are what allow me to keep putting out content as frequently as I do. And now, on to the next episode.
Donatus, Poswell, Einmeyer, Gianni, Collins, Tony.
Tony? Wasn't expecting Tony to show up on that list of names. Donatus, Einmeyer, Colonus, my boy Tony. Can't forget the brothers. Can't forget the brothers. That's all we got.
You can hug them, you know. They are your sons.
Damn it, woman, quit trying to trick me into loving my children.
Here, you hold Ed, all right?
Sure.
Why is Ed having a crisis right now? Mom? Mom? Who is this guy? Mom, where did you go?
And hold still, please.
What you don't see, dear, is that someday I'm going to be a wrinkled old monster myself.
Ma'am, would you please shut up? I'm trying to take this photo. You were quiet for the last 40 minutes. Why did you choose now to start monologuing?
Say cheese, everyone.
He's taking it. Smile, dear.
Ma'am! Hold the fuck still! God damn it! Well, I'm not taking another one. It's 1912. A single photo costs $300.
There, that ought to do it.
Oh, nature strikes again! You try to fuck with nature, nature fucks back.
I can't bear to look at their faces.
Silly man. It's okay for you to cry.
Silly man, tears are for adults. God, how are they the same height, but such different heights? You know what I mean? Like, they're literally the same height, but Owl just exudes big boy energy.
Fan out!
Nice, good fanning, boys. Kind of a weird order to give when you're trapped in a tunnel, but, you know, they did their best. What is this shit? Anime love having characters whose power it is to just turn an entire environment into a hellscape. Hellsing, Jujutsu Kaisen, Berserk, kind of.
Yes, what is it?
I'm sorry to disturb you, but the underground tunnel advance team...
What's this about an underground tunnel?
Wow, okay, kill this guy. Kill this guy just out of principle.
It has to look convincing.
Jesus, Ed, you really think highly of yourself, huh? I like how he has like 6 times more bondage on now than when they actually restrained him. Which means that Ed sees himself as a way bigger threat than they do.
I see. Now I understand your nickname. Oh, it's this one?
If one more person makes that mistake!
Wear a name tag, idiot. Such a reasonable mistake. Get a new name.
If they find out...
Again, you don't need to worry. I've already spoken with the General. She's going to put the homunculus back underground.
Don't worry, she was super cool with it and we totally kissed. And if you ask anybody about it, they're lying. Wow, do I have questions. Why is this how they restrained him? Also, look at his tiny feet. I guess that's not really a question, so... Why are his tiny feet?
So close this hole and guard our secret. I'm counting on you, soldiers. It's people like you who make this country what it is.
Am I the only one who got, like, big Trump vibes from that? It's just funny how that was, like, both way ahead of its time and exposing Trump for being way behind his time. And just repeating history.
Those who aren't chosen, will they be sacrificed for those who are?
Yes. The survival of the fittest.
Yes, isn't it sick? We're basically eating them. Who are you most excited to eat, Major? I'm most excited about the children. I hear they taste like children. Can somebody please send my videos to Team 4-Star or something witty or something? Like, can that be my audition to write for one of these abridged anime companies? I feel like that was prime Team 4-Star-esque humor right there. I just want, you know... This is my audition tape, if any of you are watching. An abridged series is too hard for me to make on my own. I want to join a team.
You were seriously injured and near death, and then the same day you show up here totally recovered. What sort of magic can do that?
The same kind of magic that does all of the other magic you're used to. Newsflash, buddy! This is a super magical world.
There's no need.
What's that?
Oh, crazy place to stab him. Also, crazy to turn on him after releasing Sloth and putting him back in the tunnel.
You old traitor!
Oh, look at her men. They're all like, fuck yeah. God, she's hot.
If anything bad should happen to General Raven, then I have permission to act in whatever way that I see fit. That decision came down from the Führer himself.
In that case, we just found him. Bye.
You should be grateful I brought a visitor with me to see you. A visitor?
Well, Winry will be missed. Just gonna go ahead and start emotionally detaching from her now, while there's still time. And that is episodes 35 and 36, I believe, of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm really liking the Briggs stuff. This is a really cool place to be, and the government conspiracy shit is getting really dense. It's getting really intense here. I like how after they killed Raven, Kimberly, or whatever his name was like, oh man, I hope you killed Raven. That'd be really good for me. That was a pretty cool, like, subtle, not subtle, like he outright says it, but that was a good twist. That was a good escalation of things. But as always, let me know what you thought of these episodes in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite jokes from this video were as well. And I will see you guys next time.